Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here to give you a WWE Monday Night Raw review for September 15th, 2014. This is actually a pretty good Raw. Well, actually, no, it wasn't. It was just an average show. We got JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry the King Lawler on commentary, which the commentary was out of control tonight. I don't know if it's just me, but I thought the commentary was just out of control. It was just bad. Paul Heyman comes out and cut a promo. I was actually at my friend's house and I missed his promo. I saw John Cena come out and pretty much talked about how if Brock Lesnar wasn't here, I would send I would fight you. And then John Cena grabs him and says that if he's not here by halftime, I'm gonna fight you. So then Paul Heyman goes to leave, but Cena's like, I don't really. Cena says that he doesn't trust Heyman, so he kidnaps Heyman, and then he puts him in his locker room. And he has the Great Khali guard the door to make sure that he doesn't get out. So, John Cena pretty much was a heel tonight, because he pretty much just kidnapped Paul Heyman, a guy that's not even a wrestler, who's just an advocate. So, yeah. And then we got the first match: Chris Jericho versus Corporate Kane. We find out that Chris Jericho is going to face Randy Orton at Night of Champions. This match was alright. It was nothing special. During the match, Kane exposes the turnbuckle, and then Chris Jericho had hit the line sword on Kane, but then Kane got him into a chokeslam position, and then Jericho did a drop toe hold, and Kane went headfirst into the exposed turnbuckle, and Chris Jericho rolled him up for the win, and that was the match. There was nothing else really happened. And then Paul Heyman's backstage trying to call Brock Lesnar, trying to get him to come to Raw tonight. And then Roman Reigns gets interviewed, and he says that he's going to take down Seth Rollins, that he would be here even if it wasn't for Seth Rollins, that we came in here together 2 years ago, but tonight he's going to put down Seth Rollins because they're having a match tonight. Then we got Jack Swagger with Zeb Colter versus Bo Dallas. This match was pretty good. I like this match. Bo Dallas hits neck breakers and stuff. He really went to work on Jack Swagger. And then Swagger starts to make a comeback, and he went for the Swagger bomb. And then Bo Dallas went outside on the apron, and then he hung Swagger up on the ropes and tried to roll him up for the win, but Swagger kicked out. And then Bo Dallas went for the Bulldog, but Jack Swagger tried to put him in the ankle lock, but it failed. And then Bo Dallas hit another roll up, but then Swagger reversed it into the ankle lock, and then Bo Dallas tapped out, and Jack Swagger got the win. So I'm happy Swagger won. I think that his feud's probably over now. I kind of wish they could have gotten a pay-per-view match at Night of Champions on the pre-show, but it didn't happen. And then we got Paige and Nikki Bella versus Brie Bella and AJ Lee. Pretty much the whole match is just Paige versus Brie Bella. That was the whole match. I think Nikki Bella was tagged in for 5 seconds or something. And then Brie Bella tries to tag in AJ Lee, but Nikki Bella attacks her on the outside. And Paige hits the Rampage for the win, and afterwards Nikki Bella hits the Torture Rack backbreaker on Brie Bella, and that was it. And then afterwards Paige is skipping like AJ Lee usually does, but then they're both kind of skipping like together. They're both skipping in the same beside each other and stuff. It was pretty cool, but yeah, this was just kind of average stuff. And then Bray Wyatt's backstage because apparently Big Show and Bray Wyatt got into a run-in on SmackDown. So then Bray Wyatt just kind of took promo on Big Show. I kind of didn't really know what he said, but it was good stuff. Talked about how he talked about how there's Goliaths, that there's always Goliaths around, but then there's and he says he's gonna take down Big Show, and then the Great Khali's backstage. Paul Heyman tries to get out because he needs to call Brock Lesnar because he doesn't have any good cell phone reception, so he really wants Great Khali to do it, and then the Great Khali takes his phone and drops it on the ground, and his phone breaks into pieces, and he sends Heyman back into the room, and then he says now there was no reception or something. It was fine. It was okay. It was kind of funny to see him break his phone, but it was okay stuff. And then we got Big Show versus Bray Wyatt with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan at ringside. The match was alright. Big Show throws Bray Wyatt into Eric Rowan, and then he hits the leg drop move on him, and he tries to cover Bray Wyatt, but Luke Harper and Eric Rowan get in the ring. They attack Big Show, but Big Show hits a double choke slam on him and stare down as Bray Wyatt. So I didn't like the fact that it ended off a DQ. I don't like DQ finishes unless they make sense. This one didn't make sense. It pretty much seems like the WWE now is just trying to make Bray Wyatt look as weak as possible. He looks weak. He looked weak in his feud with John Cena. He looked weak here tonight. It seems like he always looks weak somehow, so I don't like that. I like Bray Wyatt. Then we got Jimmy and Jay, the tag team champions, the Usos and Sheamus versus Cesaro, Goldust, and Stardust. I like this match. I actually like this. Was a good match. Cesaro, the heel team, dominates Jey Uso for a while, and then Jimmy Uso makes the hot tag, but then Stardust hits a disaster kick on him, so they dominate him for a while. Cesaro actually ended up doing Sheamus's 10 beats of the Brabwin that Sheamus usually does to Jey Uso. And then Sheamus finally gets the hot tag. He starts going off on Stardust, and then he did the 10 beats of the Brabwin on Cesaro. And then he goes off the top rope and takes out both Stardust and Cesaro. And then Sheamus picked up Stardust, and I think he hit the spinning rolling thunder move he usually does. And then Cesaro came in and hit a neutralizer on him. And then he tried to pin him, but one of the Usos broke it up. And then both Sheamus tags in that Uso, and he ends up hitting a super kick on Cesaro. And then that Uso takes out Stardust, and then the other Uso hits the splash on Cesaro for the win. So I actually like this match. It just started off as a typical tag match, but it picked up toward the end, so I like this match. And then Randy Orton got interviewed and talked about why he attacked Chris Jericho, saying that he just needed that he got handed out everything, but that's not true. And he talked about how Chris Jericho just had to work harder to get everything. And then Randy Orton also says that he's gonna put Chris Jericho out of his misery or something. He's gonna give him the beat him of his life. And then we got the halftime stuff. John Cena brings out Paul Heyman, and he's like, since you didn't summon your beast, I'm gonna put. He's like, why don't you try to make your beast Brock Lesnar reappear? But if you don't, I will make you teeth disappear with my fist. So then Paul Heyman's like, you're not gonna hit me. Pretty much talks about how his parents taught him hustle, loyalty, respect, and he says that will be nothing. You will be bullying me if you hit an advocate. So don't hit me. He talked about how this is the inner John Cena he wanted to bring out of him. He wanted John Cena to be a Paul Heyman guy. And then John Cena says he's not going to hit you, that this was all a trap. He wanted to see if he could get Brock Lesnar here, but apparently he couldn't. He says he's not going to hit you. He wanted just to prove that he's ready for Brock Lesnar. And then Paul Heyman's like, your mother would be so proud of you if you had if you had testicles. So that causes Cena to push Heyman, and then Brock Lesnar, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, comes out, and then at first he just saves Heyman. He never goes to fight Cena. He teases it a couple times, but then he actually goes in to fight Cena. They stop brawling, and then Brock Lesnar hits a German suplex on Cena, and I thought that was going to be it. Cena was just going to be done, but then Cena gets back in the ring. He starts going off on Lesnar, and he starts beating the crap out of him. And then the security and referees have to come break it up, and people and JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry the King Lawler were talking about how they Brock Lesnar might have broke his nose, but who knows if that's true. But yeah, I thought this was good stuff. I think this was the best thing on the show, but I like this stuff between Brock Lesnar and John Cena. I didn't like the Heyman stuff because that was just bad, but I like the big brawl that they had. I think that was the best thing on the show. And then we got Cameron versus Naomi. On Total Divas, I guess we found out more of why the Funked Actors ended up broken up, what's consisted of those two. And Cameron talked about how she wanted to go down to NXT, and Naomi didn't talk to her about it, so she got pissed at it and says, you go do your thing and I'll go do my thing. And then, yeah, but I hope that's true, though, because Naomi desperately needs to go back to NXT. No, not Naomi. Cameron does. That was a botch. She's not good in the ring. She's not that good on the mic. She just sucks in general. I think she really needs to go back to NXT. It would really be good for her, but we'll see what happens. And then, so yeah, let's hope that she does. But Naomi wins with a submission move. The match should not have been that long. It would lasted way too long, I think. Oh, this match made me laugh. We got The Miz and Damien Mizdow versus Dolph Ziggler and All Ziggler. I guess Dolph Ziggler has a stunt double now. His name is All Ziggler. That's R-Truth. This was hilarious. The commentary here was insane, but it was hilarious. They were talking about how you can't tell Dolph Ziggler and R-Truth apart, and then they tried to make like this lame excuse of how you could, because Dolph Ziggler has the Intercontinental Championship, and then then this is just hilarious. But JB, I was like, it could just be a swerve. They could just be trying to throw you off and have one of them hold the title. And then they were talking about how the Miz and Damien Mizdow were like, and Michael Cole was like, Damien Mizdow has a beard. Miz doesn't have a beard because he wouldn't want to cover up his money maker. And JB was like, good point. And then all of a sudden, Jerry the King Lawler became a Miz fan. He said he saw a couple of his movies, and yeah, he's a Miz fan now. It was just hilarious stuff. And then when the match ended, Michael was like, how did you become a Miz fan anyways? He cost you the WWE Championship. And Jerry the King Lawler said, yeah, actually, that was you. And I remember I did cover that match. It's in the RAW playlist channel. It was just hilarious stuff. I don't know. If you know who R-Truth is, you should know why Dolph Ziggler and R-Truth are completely the opposite. But if you don't, look them up, because yeah, you don't really need to know. Once you see it, you'll know. This hilarious stuff. Night.
You can use my computer as well. Unplug it and plug it back in.
Can I unplug it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, we got, yeah, but that was it. And then, so, Dolph Ziggler ended up winning with the zigzag on Miz. Just, that match, the commentary made this match entertaining. Then Seth Rollins got interviewed, and he talked about how he created Roman Reigns. He would be nothing without him. He talked about how Roman Reigns said he was gonna make his knuckles bleed. That's because he's like That's because he's like a what do you call it? That's because he's like a orangutan. No. Yeah, orangutan. No, it wasn't an orangutan. I forget. But he said that he just mocks him. Talks about how he's also Samoan and a rhinoceros. Talks about how rhinoceros are impactful, but they're not too smart. And Seth Rollins says he has the brains. So we got the match between him and Seth Rollins. And I like this match, but I kind of hate it. And I will tell you what the match is over. Seth Rollins. It's using his brains. In the beginning, Roman Reigns was trying to punch him, but Seth Rollins kept ducking, and he was using his brains. Even when Seth Rollins went outside the ring, Roman Reigns chased him, and Seth Rollins hung him up on the ropes because he went back outside the ring. And then, Seth Rollins was using his brain power right there. But then Roman Reigns is pretty much kicking his ass. He bounces his head off the announcer's table. He throws him over the top rope. Then Seth Rollins gains control. He dominates him for a while. Then Roman Reigns tries to make a comeback, and he went for that drop kick that he usually does in between the ropes. But then Seth Rollins moved out of the way, and he does a flip over the top rope onto Roman Reigns, and then he dominates some more. And then Roman Reigns makes a comeback. He does the drop kick through the ropes again. When this time when Seth Rollins didn't expect it, and then Roman Reigns hits the Superman punch. And then he tries to go for the spear, and then Seth Rollins ducks, and he tries to roll him up, but Roman Reigns gets out of it, and then Seth Rollins super kicks him, and Seth Rollins tries to pin him there, but Roman Reigns kicks out of that, and then Seth Rollins tries to go off the top rope, but then Roman Reigns tries to give him the superplex, and then Seth Rollins gets out of it, and then Roman Reigns tries to go for the Samoan drop. Seth Rollins gets out of that and hits the powerbomb into the turnbuckle, and Roman Reigns kicks out of that, and then he just started going off. He did kicks, punches, whatever he could to keep Roman Reigns down. He went for the curve stomp, and then Roman Reigns ducked, and then he hit the spear for the win. Now at first I was like, yeah, Roman Reigns won. Like this match, it was a good match. And then we find, like, I knew Roman Reigns, like, he doesn't want to wait till Night of Champions. Now at first I was thinking he probably just had the match called off, and then they're just gonna have it here tonight, and then they're gonna do a little something at the pay-per-view. But no, by having a match at Night of Champions. Why did you do it tonight then for free? Why would you give it away for free tonight? Now we pretty much know what to expect at Night of Champions. No one's gonna really look forward to that match. Like, you guys are fucking idiots for doing that. Like, give it away for free. You're trying to promote your WWE network, but yet you give a match away for free. You even had a commercial actually that had $9.99. But yet you give it away for free. Now that's fucking bullshit. Why would you give it away for free? Why would you give that match away for free between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns? I pretty much am not really excited to see that match now, because I've already saw it. That's fucking retarded. They're retards for doing that. I'm sorry, but they are. What you could have done maybe was you could have had Seth Rollins maybe attack him with the case first. Yeah, I don't know. They're fucking retards for doing that. To have that match go to happen tonight, but whatever. They're retarded. It's not me. They're high off cocaine. So then Mark Henry rallies the WWE Universe. He's really hyping this up. They even showed him competing in the Olympics, and how in 1992 he was like the top 10, and they even showed that. They really hyped this up, and it was the main event. And I was thinking, when was the last time Mark Henry main evented a Raw? I don't even know. I think he has before, but when was the last time he did? Maybe a SmackDown. I can probably name a SmackDown, but a Raw? That's good stuff. I liked the fact that this main evented. It was good stuff. It's not going to happen at Night of Champions though, but it's good that this main evented. Forgot to mention too that Christian on the pre-show, Christian's going to make his big return and have the Peep Show with Chris Jericho. So I wanted to mention that. But anyhow, Michael Cole asked Mark Henry some questions. Mark Henry talked about how he failed the United States in 1996. He got an injury and couldn't compete in the Olympics. So the USA Games, and then he lost sleep over it. And he said that this is his second chance to make things right. And then Rusev comes out. And Lana talked about how Americans always leave out facts, and then he says that she points out the fact that she lost. That he didn't bring up the fact that he lost in the 1992 Olympics, but somebody from Russia did, and she also mentioned too how the the United States is education's going down further than Obama's USA what are the approval rates, which was awesome. Doesn't get him heat though, and I should mention too, when they did this, they had like the everything American style, and everybody in the crowd was holding like plastic little tiny American flags, and then but yeah, she brought up the fact that a Russian won, and his name was Alexander something. You could probably look that up online. I don't remember the last name. I only remember the first name because that's what Rusev's name was originally, but then they shortened it up to Rusev. And then she talks about how Mark Henry failed everybody. He's just a failure or something. And then he says that you're not like the world's strongest man. You should say, well, it's Rusev. And then Mark Henry says he's going to make a pledge, and he starts saying the Pledge of Allegiance. You should all know what the Pledge of Allegiance is. And then Rusev attacked him before he could finish. They stopped brawling. Mark Henry chucks him over the across the ring. But then Rusev kicks him in the head, and he tries to put him in the camel clutch. But then Mark Henry, he fails, but Mark Henry powers up Rusev up, and then he hits like a double choke bomb on him, and Rusev escapes, and then Mark Henry stands tall. So yeah, I like this. This was good. Good way to build up their match. As for Raw, be honest with you, I thought it was an average show. They didn't really build up more of the matches. Any matches really. I don't even think they didn't even build up the Chris Jericho Randy Orton match, and match is gonna be good, but come on, that's like, I mean, technically I guess the build would be Randy Orton punching Chris Jericho in the head in 2010, but you didn't really even reference that. I don't know. I think you should have built it up on the show. You had that Big Show Bray Wyatt match that was a DQ finish. You had that awful Naomi Cameron match. The Paul Heyman stuff, I guess, was fine. But yeah, it's just I don't know. The Paige and Nikki Belt, they didn't really build up the Divas title match. The Chris Jericho Corporate K match though, I thought was okay. I did like Jack Swagger versus Bo Dallas. Usos and Sheamus versus Cesaro, Cody Rhodes, and Stardust. I like the stuff they did with Brock Lesnar and Cena when they had them fight. And then when Mark Henry rallied the crowd. And I like the tag team match with Miz and Damian Mizdow versus Dolph Ziggler and Al Ziggler, but for the wrong reason. It's because of the commentary. Commentary though was really weird all night. They didn't even really talk about the Naomi Cameron match. They just talked about how Brock Lesnar and John Cena brawled, and then all of a sudden the match ended. So I don't know. I think they need to get new commentators is the thing. And then they also, and the Roman Reigns, I did like the Roman Reigns Seth Rollins match, but they're retarded. They gave it away for free, but I don't know. And then the Mark Henry Rallies the Universe I did like, but yeah, that's about it. Raw was average this week. The highlight was probably John Cena versus and Brock Lesnar's confrontation. But that's all I have to say, guys. If you can hear noise in the background, it's the computer. I don't have my laptop right now. The charger's broken. But yeah, just subscribe to all the stuff down below, and that's all I have to say. And peace out.